What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Gaming Channel. My name is AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Vampyr. Mostly, I'm here killing time until Captain Spirit downloads onto my hard drive. That's basically what I'm doing. It was a bitch to find that game too. Apparently, it's under demos. Apparently, because it's considered the Life is Strange 2 demo. And so I'll talk a little bit more about this. We're gonna keep going with the main story. I decided that's kind of what I'm feeling like doing right now. Dear Dr. Reed, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak with you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving very quickly in the West End, and I'm convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Prewin has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any Ascalon they can locate. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club, recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official pass that will allow you to go through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint throughout the city. Your friend, Lady Ashbury. When I was running around out in the, trying to get back here from the docks, I ran into and also got my ass kicked by a few rogue Ekons. Holy hell, they're hard to beat. And what was I saying? Oh yeah, Captain Spirit. That game was hard to fucking find on the PlayStation Store, mostly because I was expecting it under games and not demos. I mean, I guess it makes sense it's a demo. I mean, it's like a 2-hour experience sort of thing. But I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do that yet, just because it's like 2 hours for one playthrough, but there's like multiple paths and multiple things, so I'll probably play through it like 3-4 times. Oh no, I haven't fully decided, but you can already pre-order your Life is Strange 2. I think it's from what I saw, it's I think $40. Also note that price that I just mentioned is US price. Oh, this will be good. There it is. To anybody who wants to tell me I'm not, why are you talking about some other game while you're playing this one? Because I know that bugs some people. Well, a few reasons. One, I don't know. I'm just talking about whatever's on my mind while we're traveling. And two, I think it's somewhat appropriate. I mean, this is also a Don't Nod game. Oh crap, he's somewhat strong against shadow attacks. But yeah, that's I'm still super curious to see what they're gonna do with Life is Strange 2. I mean, I'm still holding out. Oh, wonderful! This thing again.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
See, I'm still really curious to know what the hell that thing is. What was I saying? All right, I'm still holding out hope that Life is Strange 2 is a direct sequel, and that we see Max and Chloe, or at least in some capacity, in the next one. I mean, I feel like it's wishful thinking, just because I don't know. I mean, I'd guess that it would be really hard to do, especially seeing that game had multiple endings, and one of them involved one of those two characters, you know, dying, and the other means an entire town died, or it didn't die, but got destroyed, so that one character lived. So it was just one of those that it's kind of it would be really hard to make it a direct sequel, no matter how much I want it to be a direct sequel. Just die. I don't know. I mean, I assume that the team at Don't Nod could make it work. Plus, I'm curious to see how the decisions in Captain Spirit affect Life is Strange 2, because I mean we know that some actions, some choices, whatever, are going to affect Life is Strange 2 in some way, shape, or form. So that makes me think, you know, are we playing as Chris in Life is Strange, the main character of Captain Spirit? Are we playing as him in Life is Strange 2, or what? I will say the one thing that gets me to really think that it's going to be a direct sequel, and this might be some really flimsy. This is really flimsy, but one of the things that's making me kind of think that a direct sequel is possible is that the game is look at the logo. I'm not sure if their logo is still, it's just Life is Strange, and over the is there's the little Polaroid. You know, I'm not sure if that's just, oh, that's the logo for the franchise, and that's just what we're going with. You know, we're just keeping it consistent. Yet I'd think if you weren't going to keep Max, because that was her thing with the Polaroid camera, if you weren't going to keep her around, you'd do a redesign of the logo. I mean, you'd still keep it Life is Strange, but it wouldn't be that with the Polaroid camera. And again, it's probably me holding out. That's probably me, you know, with my wishful thinking and whatnot, but I don't know. I still hold out, like I said, I hold out my hope that a direct sequel will happen. Alright, now that I've just been more of a nerd than I usually am. Oh. Apparently we're going to do battle now. And this is an Ascalon. Oh, he's siphoning me. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, if you couldn't figure out, they have a lot of the same powers that we do. And I won. Yeah, with a lot of enemies, I try and conserve my blood powers. I don't think I'm going to be doing that against Ascalons. Holy hell. I think I got my ass kicked when I tried to fight two of those things at once.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
I mean, it really gets difficult because, like I said, I mean, they have the same powers that we do. You know, I mean, they can heal, they can, use the like the blood spear. Like that was one of mine that when he was draining my blood. I'm pretty sure that's another skill that we can pick up. Although I'm curious to see, you know, it's like that one going to use blood spear, and is there like other ones? Are they going to use like the blood claws? Are they going to use the shadow moves? Like, do they have different, you know, like do they have like different like skill loadouts, or is it just this one particular, or is it just that this group is pretty much they use the same skills? That's just how it works.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him, but I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
This conversation, well written, I feel is just really kind of stiff.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
So does that mean like I'm a super vampire then? Because that's kind of awesome.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Okay, so it's like Tokyo Ghoul, if anybody knows that anime.
So, my lady,
They can't eat real
why,
food.
truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful...
Ow, sorry, got every freaking video.
All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
I have a feeling they're now going to want to make me that powerful weapon.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful. But I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering
Like
the
Spock.
critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
I have no idea who that is, so...
Tell me about Lord Redgrave. Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan, like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us as the cause of the epidemic.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer.
Ha! I get
shall
it.
Keep it in mind.
Gross.
I have much to do here.
Jeez, sorry.
There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
Yeah, I still have a feeling there's something going on. Like I was saying, gross, but I have a feeling there's going to be some sort of thing going on between these two. Why is Jonathan's face so veiny? Like, I get it, he's a vampire and all this stuff, but like all the other ones, like they look like normal people. His face is all veiny and creepy looking. Again, I stand by it's because the shadowing looks weird.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
how can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you.
God, just make out already.
I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
How was that moment? Sorry about that. Somebody didn't know I was recording. Sorry to ruin that moment. Was that like some sort of like weird, discreet, like 19th century? What was she hitting on him? Like, what the fuck? Next question: why is it that Jonathan's eyes are like that icy white? Sean Hampton had the same issue. Like when he became a Scal, his eyes turned that white color. Mary's eyes were the same way. Yet Ashbury's are like emerald green. I'm kind of it seems like there's not a lot of consistencies between how all of the how all the lore is kind of spreading. It's just small things like that I notice, and I'm just like, what the hell's up with that? And it's kind of confusing me every so often. So is she now part of the, okay, I didn't think she'd be a part of the district or whatever, like you wouldn't have her, come on, brain.
Time to visit the Ascalon Club.
It makes sense that she would be a person that you wouldn't be able to embrace and eat, because I think even more than the doctor at the hospital, the Swansea, I think she's even more integral to the plot, because I think I think Swansea's kind of going to be one of those characters, just like most RPGs, that just kind of slowly fade out. Like, he's still going to be a character and kind of important. It's not going to be like what Far Cry 5 did, and just suddenly, oh, they're only important for like a third of the game, and then they're just completely gone. I think he's going to be somewhat important. It's just, especially if you decide to keep him alive. But all in all, at the very end, or at the end of things, he's. Oh, come on! I should have been able to eat this guy. Oh God! Oh, I just got bit. I totally lost track of what the hell I was saying. Overall, I think he was an important character to start everything with, at the very beginning of the game. I think he will still remain important. It's just, all in all, I don't think his importance to the story matches like what Ashbury's is. There we go. Now kind of thinking about it, when I'm saying that I think this game's kind of ditching Swansea's importance by making you able to kill him. I mean, just like any other the leaders of any of the pillars. There we go, of any of the different districts. By doing that, I'm trying to think. I like to be consistent when I talk about things, and one of my big complaints about Far Cry 5, or one of my... Why am I just walking now? Like, what's... Whatever. Like, one of my big things with Far Cry 5 was that the
vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
Okay. I don't know why all that blood is highlighted. Whatever. What was I saying? Oh, right. My thinking is, well, how is it different than Far Cry 5 when I complained that, oh, it's like all these characters that it's trying to make you kind of care about throughout most of this game, and then they just kind of disappear near the end, kind of like Nick Rye, the chick who owned the bar, the priest. Like why it was a big kind of complaint of mine. Like, it built these characters up, and then we just never saw them. How to put this? It was...
Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
While games like... how to explain this? At least how it works in my brain. Games like Grand Theft Auto and like Far Cry 3 and 4, like the way the other games in these kind of series works, like there's 2 or 3 like kind of non-player characters that really proliferate the entirety of the story and the entire narrative. But I feel like The other characters that you might run through, if anybody remembers, I'll use Far Cry 3 for example. That weird doctor who took care of one of the friends, and like I said, in Far Cry 3. If anybody remembers that guy, he was in a couple missions, and he was in there for maybe like 20 minutes. But overall, he really wasn't super important to the game. But he had his time, it transitioned into his character and transitioned out of his character. I feel like with Nick Rye and all the other characters in Far Cry 5, it was just like, they're here for this mission in this chunk of time, and then they're gone. We didn't transition in and out, it was just kind of, they're here, now you're done with these people. It never gave me a sense of closure, never gave me anything like that. So while Swansea, again, like I said, if we keep him alive, I'm sure he'll play. So, he'll be in the game in a capacity. It's just how to put it. He'll be in the game in some capacity, but I feel like he served his main narrative purpose, which is introducing us to the hospital, giving us the job, the reason to move around at night, yada yada yada, and then it kind of transitions out of him being a necessarily main integral part of the story, because he's also a pillar of a community.
The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected.
And we have to be able to. I'll use the lore term from inside the game. From the game, we have to be able to embrace him. So it makes sense in the context of this game, and it makes more fluid narrative sense. That typical way of, like I said, of coming in. Here's a character. He serves his purpose they serve their purpose at the time. We transition in. We transition out. And it feels like the characters serve their purpose. We have closure. We have everything we needed from it. And maybe, I'd like to see him appear more often. But at least they were there and they served their full narrative purpose. With, again, like I said, the way Far Cry 5 did it and other games similar to that, I never get that closure. I never feel like we transition in and out. It just feels off. Sorry about that weird rant. I shouldn't be new if you watch this channel enough.
Do you know where you are standing right now?
In front of the Ascalon Club, I presume.
The Ascalon Club only summons or ostracizes. What is your business tonight?
I received an invitation. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome to the Ascalon Club, then, Dr. Reed.
See, I'm assuming this guy's a vampire. If you look at it, see his...
Lord Redgrave is waiting on you upstairs.
I assume this guy's a vampire. I mean, look at his face. He's kind of like veiny and... Again, it's just, some of this stuff isn't making sense.
There has been quite a battle here. I'm sure the Ascalon Club has the money to replace the furniture.
In what I just stole. Okay, so I can't talk to him. Oh, okay. So I'm not sure if he's actually like a character. Whatever. I'm just kind of gonna run around and steal for a little bit. See here, history and purpose of the Ascalon Club. The Ascalon Club is an association of gentlemen, a gentleman's society, there we go, aiming for the protection of the Crown's interests. I founded it in 1837 to honor and perpetuate the legacy of my maker, William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, and true protector of England. All the members of the club must be of good extraction and flawless moral fiber, since the club accepts mortal members who will be duly observed and valued as proper candidates for immortality. The goal of the club is to impose respectable traditions and behaviors amongst the good vampire society, but also to promote and expand the imperial hegemony, I believe, of England. We are the true elite of British society. We are Ascalon, the Holy Lance held by St. George, protector of England. When the saints slew the dragon as lance bearers ourselves, We vow to defend the Empire's interests from the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, the founder. Okay.
It's locked.
Yeah, of course it is. Was anyone else like expecting them to kind of like all be sitting in a room with you know, like smoking cigars, sort of thing? That's just me.
I cannot enter.
Ooh, we have the key to their basement. I'm surprised that nobody's hearing me running around and stealing all this stuff and just going, what the hell are you doing? Aha. Of the recreational use of blood, as Ascalon members, we always tend to respect etiquette. We are, in all ways, members of good society, sometimes recognized as public figures. We do not find our delight in orgies and bloodbath, like our adversaries assert we do, and if one of us were caught in such, caricatured, I don't know why that was so hard, and immoral act, he would receive the appropriate, opprobrium? I don't know. Why can't you just say punishment? Well, what about the blood? What about its recreational use? How could we deny the ecstasy the Vermilion Ambrosia brings us? And with what else could we toast with, as any good fraternity should? To answer this delicate question, the law of conduct inside the club goes as follows. As long as the original mortal vessel is not brought inside our walls, each member is allowed to drink whatever he wants for his own usage or to share it with friends. Drink what you want, deal the way you want with the original vessel, but never inside the club, unless I personally authorize it on some special occasion, of course, from the Law of Ascalon by Lord Redgrave, the founder. The Vermilion Ambrosia, that's... Alright, that's enough goofing around. Let's go meet His Highness.
Good evening. We repel the intruders
My good friends, if I may have your attention. Behold,
Guy back there, bring me the brain, Igor.
Newborn of blood so pure and strong that even my friend Fergal Bansha was no match for him.
Hear, hear, hear.
No match. It took me like 20 minutes to take that guy down. It was a tough fight.
Forward, young Ascalon, for we have so much to discuss. Welcome to the Ascalon Club, Dr. Reed. I am Lord Redgrave, Earl of Bristol and chairman of this exclusive association.
Lord Redgrave.
See, his eyes are white
Last we
too.
meet, I've been eager to make your acquaintance. I've heard some astounding things about you. Please.
Once again, there's just some inconsistencies that are throwing me off here.
Thank you, my lord. Lady Ashbury expressed your wish to meet me.
Yes. The lady has always been a useful acquaintance, though not always reliable. Is she a good friend of yours?
Yes, she is. I may even say I admire her probity and her kindness. She has helped me since I was reborn.
The centuries have taught me never to trust a woman completely, especially if she is a mortal. Too prone to emotions, if you ask me. Too fickle when it comes to important decisions.
My lord, do not expect me to speak ill of Lady Ashbury.
Of course not, and I praise your loyalty. Would you offer the same fidelity to the Empire?
What do you mean?
I speak of the Skull Plague that threatens London and the country. You have been on the front line in the East End, but the time has come to open up a second front here.
The epidemic has escaped the quarantine. You have new cases of the outbreak.
We don't know for certain, but we cannot allow the disease to threaten the prominent heads of Great Britain.
Why do you suddenly need me?
The Ascalon Club only recruits the best, and you definitely fit the bill. Your scientific and medical reputation alone would qualify you as a candidate.
You want me to find possible sources of the outbreak in the West End. Is that it?
Ah, straight to the point, like all eager newborns. We shall have time to talk about all this, Dr. Reed, but first, I should like to get to know you better.
Talk?
Oh, great, a job interview.
Is that the only reason you asked me here?
Well, no. I also wanted to meet the intriguing Ekon, who made such a powerful progeny of his sister. You have not learned the name of your maker, am I correct?
How dare you speak so flippantly of my family?
Have no embarrassment, Dr. Reed. We all make mistakes. But whatever your lineage, you are definitely Ascalon material.
What do you mean?
I would like you to become a member of the Ascalon Club, and to serve me as such.
Before I accept, I have so many questions.
Please ask.
I killed Fergal, who claimed to be one of yours, sent to cleanse the East End of all skulls. Will his death be an issue?
Do not worry. My priorities have changed. Fergal was a zealous servant of mine, but like any servant, he had his limitations and is readily replaced if necessary.
So this guy has no loyalty.
What does it mean to be a member of the Ascalon Club?
It means
Yet
that you
demands
swear to
loyalty.
protect the interests of the crown, that you become a loyal servant of the British Empire.
Do you have any official recognition from the government? A charter from His Majesty the King?
No. Of course, the Ascalon Club publicly supports the Empire, but the true nature of its members remains a secret.
Am I supposed to follow orders?
As founder and chairman of the club, I alone am entitled to make demands of our members, and I do appreciate obedience.
What is the Ascalon Club's express purpose?
We follow the credo of William Marshall, the greatest knight who ever lived. As was he, we are sworn to protect the British Empire.
What does Ascalon mean?
Ascalon was the lance wielded by St. George, glorious patron saint of England when he slew the dragon. And like that lance, we pierce the hearts of all our nation's enemies.
William Marshall founded the Ascalon Club.
Not exactly. William Marshall granted me immortality, and I founded the club a few years later. The good knight has been gone for so long.
Willing to bet if that story's even true, you killed him.
I agree to join the club.
This is good news. Good news indeed in these crucial times. Let's inform the Assembly formally and proceed with your initiation.
My initiation?
Fear not. Nothing fancy nor dangerous. It is just that we, the members of Ascalon, believe that tradition and custom are the backbone of this country.
What is it, some like Freemason shit where I have to drink something out of a skull?
Dear friends, please gather and welcome this Ekon as one of our own.
Is he worthy? Is his blood pure?
Well, speak, Dr. Reed, in front of the most sacred blood. The blood of our beloved William Marshall, speak now. Will you serve and protect the crown as he did?
Yes, I will.
Then, young Ekon, it is time to testify with your blood. It is time to sign the Book of Allegiance. I know it's awfully gothic and a tad pedantic, but England's traditions are the backbone of our nation.
Yeah, you said that already, dude. So you at least get why Jonathan's face is scarred like that. I mean, he fought in a war and all. But everybody else is like the pale complexion, the veiny faces and everything. But again, Lady Ashbury just looks like a... That's creepy. That's how diseases are spread. But still, but I want to know why Lady Ashbury doesn't have any of that going on with her face, and her eyes are still green.
The bearers of the lance.
One of us! One of us!
That's not culty. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to leave this one here. We'll pick it up in the next one. I know this is really talk-heavy with all the narrative and whatnot, but,
Chase these intruders down.
That's going to happen. And we'll talk with the other members and, like I said, Lord Redgrave and continue on in the next one. But until then, Facebook, Twitter, the website, minds.com. Links, all that stuff is down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about the channel if you would. Help spread the word. And until next time, my name's AJ Gels, the 7th Hour Gaming Channel. I'm out.